89 Coca-Cola Classic continues here at the Logan City Lanes. Welcome on Nine's Wide World of Sports. This is Tom Curry. He's in a round one match against Sue Castle. Tom Curry is a previous winner of this tournament and would dearly love to get off to a great start. Almost.
Yes, Chris, while he was down there practicing, I mentioned to him everyone's one off 10 board. He's moved into 10 board. He's not playing the outside line. He's playing more direct, just so the ball goes straight down. He's a little unlucky there not to get on. I'm sure Tom would have thought that would have been a strike.
We watch it again. Beautiful style of this man who won the 87 Coca-Cola Classic.
Yes, as I've said before and commentating, Tom would eat nails for breakfast. He's a very tough competitor.
There it is, spares it up. Closes the frame. There he is, Tom Curry. He's up against Sue Castle. She's a 27-year-old secretary from Sydney. She's bowled in one Coke in the ladies section. And she won the Hunter Valley Open, Singapore, No Tap, the runner-up in Sydney and New South Wales Open and the Warrawong Grand Prix in 1988. 7 times in the New South Wales team.
First frame, you know, it's just a warm-up period. She wouldn't be happy with that shot. She didn't get the ball out on the lane. We'll see here, she puts it down a little short. Ball hooks up a little early. Goes up, leaves a tricky spare. You see it here on the pin cam. Ball goes through the centre and straightens up, leaves the 3-9. This is going to be a little bit difficult.
During the seedings tournament, she finished 21st. An average of 185, a high game of 230, giving away a lot in class, but nothing in determination. Oh, well, an unfortunate miss, really.
That was bad. You can't really afford to do this with Tom. You know, I thought she'd played really well. I've played her, and she's tough. You'll see here, doesn't go for it. The lane down the middle, hooks a lot, and the ball just runs away. She's quite a good player. She gets right through the ball. She trains all the time, practices all the time. And this is really the difference between bowling on television for all these players. It really is an awesome experience.
She has a high game of 297 and a high series of 747. Sue Castle, lane 11. Goes Brooklyn. Oh, it almost cleans up. Comes back to the mark.
Yes, because she'd have been hoping for that one to fall. Yeah, she looks a bit happier with that shot. She got 9. She should be able to pick this up, but she's just trying to put the ball into the pocket, not trusting the ball. You know, Tom, on the other hand, has got a perfect shot for this condition. He can play down the boards, he can play more direct at the pocket, and he doesn't have to worry about this problem.
This is Sue Castle, 21st seed here in the 89 Coca-Cola Classic.
Oh, Susan.
Oh, and you heard her. Disappointed with that. Really should have spared that one.
Well, that's too, you know, she's left a similar spare. She left 3-9, then she left the 9 pin. She's bowled exactly the same way both times. She's pulled the ball short and the ball just won't drift across, and she knew it as soon as she let it go.
Tom Curry, one of the great bowlers in Australia. As we watch Sue missing that one. 43 years of age, an AMP rep, 12 times a state representative, 7 times Australian rep, 3rd place in the 88 British Open. And, of course, Tom won the 87 Gold Pin Coca-Cola Classic.
Tom won't be happy with this shot at all. You know, he likes to rip the pins. He likes to get into the pins. This is it's a very, very difficult spare. And so early in the game with Sue missing, he would have wanted to capitalise on his first strike. You'll see there he just didn't get the pin action here on pin cam. You see the ball deflects. It actually goes around the 5 pin. It just doesn't take it at all.
Great spare. That is the mark of a class bowler.
Yes, Chris, you've just got to adjust a little, move a couple of boards to the left, throw exactly the same shot. You've got to touch that pin just right on the right-hand side. You've got to swing it over, and it's got to take the 7 pin. You'll see it here. It comes in, perfect position, and he picks up the spare. This would be a great shot on pin cam. You see the ball just touching it straight into the set. That was a perfect spare and a difficult spare. This should give him a bit of momentum now. He won't be worrying about the shot he threw before. He'll just want to get up now and bury the one, put it away, and try and really take control of the match.
Didn't do enough with it that time.
No, he let that shot get away from him, and he's going to pay the price. This is a difficult spare, especially in these conditions. with the lane being a little erratic across the lane, it's going to be hard to pick up. He really has to bowl a bit direct at it. Probably play down the left side. He may play across at it, but all in all, it's going to be a difficult spare to get. No one likes to lose sixes.
Never looked like going to miss that shot.
Now, as I said before, Tom's a very, very good and a very, very determined player. He's a good sparer, and he is just so hard to beat. He played this shot perfectly. He played it down the middle of the lane where it's a bit straighter. It's just running nicely, and that never looked like missing. It was just a great shot.
Now the pressure really on Sue Castle. Needs to do something here. She'd love to compete on the US Pro Tour. That's tough. The going's pretty tough here at the moment. She wasn't happy when she released that ball. It seemed to be a bit late.
She seemed to drop it. It just seemed to fall straight off her hand. I think, again, it's just the pressure, the tension of the lights, the TV. You see here that she seems to do everything right and just plonk. Just puts the ball down early, doesn't like it, doesn't come back, and it's just a washout. You'll see it here. Just goes straight behind. Just misses the head pin, and, of course, you leave the 10 pin. Just cuts through it.
This will test her out. 27-year-old from Sydney.
This is a very tricky spare, as we've seen before. It's very easy to miss.
Oh, bit of luck. But that's what you need in this sort of position.
Well, this is the sort of spare where if you miss it by more, it can be better. The perfect shot is putting the pin straight into it, but here you'll see she bowls the ball jumps across, off the side kick, picks up the pin. You'll see a beautiful shot here. The ball hits the side rail, bang, takes the 10 out, clean as a whistle, looks great.
3 frames away in this, the first round match between Tom Curry and Sue Castle, and it's Curry in front by 19 pins. 1989 Gold Pin Coca-Cola Classic continues here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Sue Castle up against Tom Curry in a round 1 encounter. Sue Castle coming off a very good spare, and Terry, this could be the confidence she needs. If she can get a roll on here, that'll put her back into it.
She just needs to get one strike. She just needs to get something going, or else Tom's just going to walk all over it. He shows no mercy to no man.
Oh, there it is. That's what she needed. That could be the confidence lifter for Sue Castle. She looks up at the scoreboard. She'll be happy with that, Terry.
She'll be. That was a great shot. She'll really be pleased with that. She likes to rip the 5. She likes to come in light. You can see it there. She knew it was a good shot. She says, "Cop this, and let's get going. Let's get something happening." She really wants to pick up a game and lift it. She wants to forget about those two misses and get on with the game. But Tom's not going to let her do anything.
Yeah, Tom liked that one. He rode that one home down the lane. And gee, he's a class bowler, this man, the 87 Coca-Cola Classic winner.
He's an excellent. You can't say enough about it. He is just so determined. He just look. If looks could kill, he would just will them over. You'll see it here. The ball hits light, just hits the 5. Everything goes. He's happy with that. He's looking to double.
Sue Castle taking plenty of time with this one, lane 11.
Run!
I think she was screaming that one down. It wasn't a good one, so she wanted to scream it down.
No, I would say that she wouldn't have expected it to jump up as high as it did. That lane's running a little straighter, and I would have thought that it would have stayed out, but it's just flipped over at the end. You've got this pin running across and just takes out the 4 pin. Here it is, runs in again, high, and this pin rolls across. Long, over goes the 4, she gets 9.
Move well across, no danger there. Spares it up, at least closes the frame.
Yes, because while she's closing frame, she's still keeping Tom honest. You know, if she can get a double here, she can put some wood under Tom and just make Tom think. These sort of matches are purely whether you can hold your composure or not for the whole 10 frames. If you can do that, play your own game, then you can really go on and win some matches. You just got to pole with blinkers on.
Tom will certainly do that. Lane 12 here at Logan City. He liked it, and why wouldn't he? The desired result. This man is tough.
Yes, you can see Tom is just keeping in the match, keeping his impetus there. He's just trying. Look at that. Look at the look on his face. He would, if looks could kill him. You see it here. Just a perfect 10 in the pitch shot. That was perfect. The ball supposed to deflect and end just there.
6 frames down, and the determined Tom Curry leads by 20 pins over Sue Castle. Back to Nine's Wide World of Sports and the coverage of this year's Coca-Cola Classic. Tom Curry, the 1987 winner, up against Sue Castle. Curry has a 20-pin lead coming off a strike. Would dearly love to make it a double and really put Sue Castle under a lot of pressure. Look at him come in there. Yeah, he liked it. That's the double. Now, real pressure here for Sue Castle.
Yes, Tom getting that double really has put Sue under a lot of pressure. Like Ian, Tom's also got the wrist guard on, gives him wrist support, keeps his hand straight through the ball so that all he has to concentrate on is just getting fingers to the ball, and he doesn't have to worry about his wrist. And Sue's using the same philosophy. These wrist guards are there to support the wrist so that the wrist doesn't flop back, and they can keep their hand, try and get their hand through the ball more with some bit of fingers.
No luck there.
Now, she's a little unlucky with that shot. She's got back in the pocket. She ripped the 5, but the 10 didn't fall over. It's what we call a soft 10. You see here, she just gets the ball down. It's through the shot well, hand right through, ball comes up. Just a soft 10. The ball's actually not rolling when it goes into the... It doesn't actually drive into the pins. It's just floating. It doesn't have the grip on the lane to drive in like a steamroller, which is really what you want. You want the ball to roll heavily into the pins, and then it'll take 10 every time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a coat of varnish in that one.
Well, Chris, you know, she's bowled at 2 cross-lane spares before. She's missed both of them. You heard it when she let it go. Uh-oh. Yeah, I thought she was a little brave the way she was attempting the spare, but luckily when you're going across the lane of these spares, the ball does go a lot straighter.
And the relief there on her face says it all.
Oh, very much so. You know, that would have been the last straw in the match if she'd have opened that frame. As it stands now, you know, if Tom gets up there and gets a bit unlucky, she might still get in the match. Now she's gone high again. On that shot there, she would have liked the strike there. She needs a strike there. She's got to get something going. If Tom gets up now and puts in another one, it won't be much left in the match. You can see here the ball seems to be going out. It's strange, again, lane 11. A lot of people have gone past it on lane 11, and she's getting the ball to go high.
Really needs to concentrate here, at least spare it up. Sue Castle from Sydney. Not bowling with much confidence, you can hear it.
Yes, Chris, I thought the same thing when I heard the uh-oh. I don't know why. She seems to must be a little lost, that's all. Again, these players have got to have confidence in their own game. They just don't seem to be trusting what they're doing, and it's just so important out here. You must concentrate on what you're doing and have faith in what you're doing, or else, especially in these one-game matches where you're dead. Now, Tom, he's a man with a purpose. He'll just go out right ahead and do what he wants to do.
Certainly does. Tradesman-like fashion. That's 3 in a row for Tom Curry.
Well, Chris, in the seedings tournament, everyone said that he was the most consistent player out there. He didn't throw huge scores all the time and didn't go low. Like, he averaged 216, 268 was his only real high game, and he's finished 4th in the seedings. So consistency, I think, is really going to do well on this TV show, because a lot of the players are going up and down. They're throwing wides. They're getting a lot of strikes, but a lot of misses. But Tom really doesn't play that way. I think you'll find Tom will be around the pocket all the time, and he'll be keeping it going. But this is where, you know, again, back to the averages. It all affects where he's going to finish, so he needs more strikes.
Yeah, he liked that one. And if Tom Curry can keep striking out, 246 would be his target. And he's going along very, very nicely.
For these games, you know, the higher the game, the better, higher up in the seeding he can finish for the final 6-step ladder. And that's what he's got to be thinking about now. He just wants to get as many pins over as he can. But let's see if Sue can get something started. No, No, nothing at all. She's thrown it out. She's really just troubled out there, and she's just trying to get something going. She's saying to herself, what do I do, and what am I doing wrong more than anything else? A lot of the players really believe that they're at fault. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. They just have to learn what they do and do it better.
And as our co-commentator, Dana Miller-Mackey, and one of the bowlers said, this is important time now, experience, because tournaments like these across the country, Sue Castle really needs to get her mind back on the job. No luck. It's gone right off the rails at the moment. Welcome back to Nine's Wide World of Sports and the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. Of course, Goldpin, an organisation formed to market the game in Australia. And bowlers like Sue Castle done the game a tremendous amount. She's under a lot of pressure. She really needs to finish off for her sake and confidence. Again, high on the head pin. No luck. And really disappointment now. She's going through the motions, and really she's got to finish up here with at least a spare, just for confidence sake.
Yeah, as Dana said, you're going to be in this situation again, so you just got to use it. Just got to go out there and play your game. In this game, you never stop learning. You keep learning every time you throw the ball. Every shot is a new experience, and there's always something to be learnt, and there is really no use in giving up. There really is none at all, because that's just a waste.
Nice spare that time from Sue Castle. She'll get an extra delivery here in the 10th. Try and add a bit of respectability to the score as we watch her style. And no mistake there. Taking a lot of time. Her last delivery for this year's Coca-Cola Classic. High on the head pin, but bit of luck. She finishes with a strike and goes out with a 155.
Yes, with this delivery through it a bit more harder. Again, she was just maybe too tentative during the match. Just a bit nervous, and now it falls over. And she just laughs and says, well, maybe I should have done that all through the match.
A nice way to go out, a strike and a smile. So that's what we'll remember Sue Castle with.
Very true.
We move into the 10th for Tom Curry. And this is what we'll remember for him into the round 2. That's 4 in a row.
Yes, Tom's going at a 244 pace. If he punches out, that's what he'll get, and that's what he wants. He wants to punch out all the way to try and get as high a score as he can for this final 6 seedings, because these high games just keep going. Here he goes, he'll line up. He'll be thinking about this. Concentrates all the time. Tom just never gives up. Tom wouldn't know how to give up, I don't think. Well, as you can see, the disappointment on his face there, he's not happy with it. He knows he's signing up the match, but still, he won't be happy with that at all.
Look at it again. Seemed to lose it a bit there right at the end.
Yes, the ball just didn't come back. Tom just maybe wasn't there. Maybe got a bit carried away with winning the match. He's up a bit quicker. A good spare, nevertheless. Knows he's won the match.
There it is. Tom Curry through to the second round of the Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic for 1989. A 231 to 155 winner over Sue Castle.